Well folks, today I've been riding this, the Sinnis Terrain, a 125cc, marketed as an entry-level adventure bike for CBT licence holders and those looking for a smaller machine. I've done the first ride review. It's a really surprising package, this, but I've been riding it for a while, and today I'm using the Calimoto app. I have plotted a big old route all around Kent using the web browser version, which seamlessly syncs to your phone. So we're going to follow that, and we're going to have a chat about the Sinnis Terrain and what I think.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you are not yet a subscriber, why not smash that subscribe button and ding dong that bell so you know each time a new video comes out. To all you existing subscribers, I love you. To all you clans folk over on Patreon, I thank you very much. Second gear, up the hill. Come on, come on. No problem, no problem. A little bit of off-road. Sometimes you gotta trust the sat-nav. Yeah. There was a road closed back there, so I saw on the Calimoto app that there was a side road, and then it looked like it just turned into a very thin brown line. I thought, well, might just be a wee lane, try it. Mind you, this could be a case of don't open your mouth smart until you've actually got there, but it looks like I might have pulled that out the bag. Oh, he says. Is that? No.
You're not getting up there because the plane was up there.
Oh, is it?
Aye.
Bollocks.
You have to go that way, mate.
Alright, bud, thank you.
Try and stay in the middle though.
Alright, I'll go back that way. Well, it did do a shortcut, but it didn't cut out what we needed. Well folks, we're here in Whitstable, and we're going to start off with looks. Do you know, I don't think it's that bad a looking bike at all. I posted up the other day on Instagram that I had this bike for review, and it seems to be like chalk and cheese really. Some people think it's not bad and other people hate it. I don't think it's that bad looking at all, to be honest with you. What do you reckon? So aesthetically, for £2,500, £2,500 gets you this, a brand new Sinnis Terrain 125cc adventure bike. It can go 2 up, believe it or not. I mean, there's a pillion seat there. They say it'll go pillion. I wouldn't put 2 of me on it, but it copes with me okay. It's fairly adequate. You're not going to get to motorway speeds, not if you're sort of, I would say 16, 17 stone plus, you're not, but I don't think that's the market this is intended for. I'll pop up on the screen now the different colour schemes that it comes in. Obviously this one's the red, and it does the job. Not a bad looking bike at all. Comes with the pannier set. It's a 40 litre pannier set. You can upgrade, you can put on aftermarket panniers if you like. Yeah, 40 litres, it's not a heck of a lot, but then do you want to be carrying so much weight when you're on a bike like this? It'll probably force you to bring the bare minimum actually, which is always a good thing. Alright, back on the road. Oh god, another bit of main A road going uphill, 45 miles an hour. Come on Ivor, come on. I would not suggest you do major A roads on one of these, and certainly don't touch the motorways, freeways, that sort of stuff. You probably could get it to 60, you might even get it to 70 miles an hour if you're a particular statue, but not when you're like this. I am wringing its neck on fairly level road, just hit 60 miles an hour now. Damn. in Margate. Now Margate is like the UK's version of Cannes. Can you see the similarities? Or Monaco? All jokes aside, it used to be the place where everyone used to come back in the day. Not so much anymore. It's probably most famous for Dreamland.
Walking in the city, chasing Milky Way stars, everybody getting picky.
Everywhere you go down here, everywhere there is traffic. Yeah, so I thought I might do a little bit of off-roading. What do you reckon? Yeah, don't be daft. I went for a slash over there. The road's here. Onward. But on a serious note, the phone is showing low battery. So, believe it or not, the Sinnis comes with a USB port. This is great. This is a little auxiliary battery that I have. I think it's 26,000 milliamps or 2,600 mil. I can't remember. The link's down below in the description anyway. It's on the what gear I use bit. If you click that, it takes you to my Amazon shop. It's all affiliate links in there, so whatever you buy, you don't pay any extra, but I just get a little skim off the top, so that would be very much appreciated. So I always have my power pack with me, and I can charge my phone, I can charge controllers for the drone, I can charge all the camera batteries, everything like that. And obviously I always have the cable with me. So there's the USB there. I wouldn't have said it's waterproof, but I have a solution for that if it's going to be required. So I will just curl that round there a few times, and then plug that in there, and when we charge this on, we're charging. Booyakasha. Oh, I don't know if I can say that anymore. Apologies if that offended anybody. Sheesh. Anyway, on we go. I think the next stop, is Dungeness. I can't remember. Might be Dover. So I think it's Dover, actually. I'm enjoying this. This is a great little thing. It really is. It is what it is, folks. You know, it's 125cc, so you're not going to set the world on fire, but it's great fun. A great way to get out and explore all the little back roads all around me that I never normally come down. That road ain't big enough for the two of us. You're welcome. Nice people. Nationals! Maybe. Ah. Everyone smiles at you on this thing. It might be because there's a 6'3", 20 stone lard ass sat on it, wringing the nuts out of the thing. But everyone always seems to have a smile. And that is what we like. Not enough smiling going on in the world at the moment. So far I have done 140 miles and I've used just over half a tank. Oh, get out of the way, squirrel. I don't think that is bad at all, to be honest. Now brakes, let's talk about brakes. Single caliper at the front there, and obviously the rear brake. Now the brakes, by law, if you don't have ABS, then you must have something called CBS. CBS is combined braking system, and that is the absolute bare minimum you can now have on a new bike. And what that means, well, on this one in particular, it's a ratio of 100 to 20. So obviously if you did pull really hard on the front lever and gave 80%, then you'd get 80% on the front, and then you'd get 20% of that, fifth of 80, whatever that is, in the rear. And the same goes with the rear. So if you, for example, are doing a bit of off-roading and you use some of the back brake, then it's going to give you a little bit of front, which on tarmac isn't an issue. But off-roading, I am no off-road expert. I imagine in certain situations you're not going to want that front brake touched whatsoever. So bear that one in mind. Anyway, on we go. Woo-ha! Yeah, this wasn't in the plan, look. stuck behind a manure truck, and I haven't got enough oomph to overtake it on the hill. It's a good job you've not got smelly vision. Woohoo. On the road again. There's Dover Castle. Onwards. Where to next? I've just seen a little bunny rabbit, a young one, stuck in the middle of the road back there. I'm going to go back and see if I can shoo it off the middle of the road. It's probably been squished by now because it's a lot of traffic's just gone by. Oh, is it squished in the middle? Oh, I think it is. Oh no, that's not it. Oh wow, it survived. Go bunny rabbit. Awesome. I was positive it was going to get squished. Good work, bunny. Good work. That's a good calf in there, and a Honda dealership. H's calf. Just off the A2. Kent Motorcycles. Really good customer service with the Hondas. And the calf does a mean brekkie. Do you know, there really is nothing to complain about with this bike for what it is. Yeah, it could do with more power, but then you wouldn't buy a 125cc bike for that, would you? And it does the job with what it's got. It's hulking me around. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm actually really enjoying this. The brakes, even though it's a single caliper on the front, it does the job. It's not snatchy. It doesn't feel like it's lacking. It's doing what it needs to do. Suspension, okay, at times can feel a little bit wallopy in the really bumpy stuff, but then it's not so wallopy that it's making me feel really sick. It's just, you know, it's a small bike dealing with a large load sat on it. Kent has so many of these tiny little hamlets tucked away down these backcountry lanes. Beautiful houses and stuff down here. Do you know what? I would never have done all these roads. I would never have explored the way I do now. Now with a, yes, they are a sponsor, and I'm not blowing the smoke up their arse because they're a sponsor. I give credit where I think credit's due. Not that means anything, but you know what I mean. I think it's a cracking little app. I have had people commenting saying, oh, it takes you down some really tight back lanes, but yeah, it does. If you set it for the major twisty route, the maximum twistiness, it's gonna look for the twistiest roads in that area, and they tend to be these little backcountry lanes. So what I've found is just use the one up from that, so not quite the major, the super twisty option, the next one up, and that will put you on your A roads and your B roads. Also in the description, folks, there's links to loads of different discounts and things that are all available through TeapotOne. Fill your boots. Right, back to it. We've done 100 miles so far, and I'm at a third of a tank. Nationals! 32 miles an hour. Yeehaw! This is a load of fun. This really is fun. I never had a little 50 or 125 as a kid. I think I'm reliving my youth. So folks, this is my 360 setup. As you can see, Insta360 1X, the Insta360 selfie stick, and then I just used the RAM mounts. So I've got like a, what's that, 3-4 inch extender arm, and then I have one of the tough claws with a ball mount at the end, and that's it. I just make sure that that's really tight, but you'll see this bounces around like hell, which is why some people have complained about the footage, believe it or not, saying that it's bouncy and it makes them feel sick. Well, sorry, but you know, it's just me. How else do you think I'm going to film me on a bike? But never mind. Oh well. I can tell I've not eaten, and I can tell because I get narky, and even talking to myself I'm getting argumentative. Anyway, it's 5 to 4. There's no way we're gonna got another 100 miles to go. I need to be home tonight. So you can see from this, although it's a 125cc, it's not ridiculously small. Like I said, it's 150 kilograms this, but I think you'll agree it's not bad at all, proportion wise. This is where I look back at the footage and realise I look ridiculous. And that's why everyone's been looking. Got to be careful here because I'm sticking out a little bit. I've got to watch for anything coming flying round the corner. Now I've heard some people complain that the braking on this makes them feel like the front is diving. Now I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's because my sort of excessive weight is compensating and pushing the back down more, but I don't find the front dives. I think it's fine. Like I was saying, I think the brakes are pretty damn good on this, considering what that single caliper's having to deal with. I wonder how that 1X is coping, because it's only got a tiny little sensor and we're in and out the dark there, so you might not have actually seen anything. Wow, look at that beautiful church. Oh, wow. We're going right into that darkness. Oh. Oh. A lot of suicidal squirrels at the moment. Is it mating season? God, this is gorgeous. It's literally down the road from where I live. I've never been here. That's third gear. Come on. 5,500 revs. Come on, you can do it. Nationals, yeah! Fourth gear, woo! Oh wow. This could be a look at that moment. Look at the rain coming in. Wow. Well, we're here, Kent Downs. Can you see them? I had visions of putting the drone up, getting some beautiful cinematic shots, but it's actually really windy. I was away to put the drone up, and then I watched some birds flying over there, and they were pretty much just hovering by trying to fly into the wind. They were just hovering, so there's no way my wee Mavic Air 2 is going to cope with that. However, I will come back here on a lovely summer's day and hopefully get some good footage. However, look, bear in mind we're in lockdown. This is Wednesday and it's bloody freezing. It's about 11 degrees. It's still busy here. But anyway, we're going to get back on the road. I've got my lid on because it's cold, plus it's got the mic, and because it's so windy, hopefully you're not getting any wind noise down there for dancing. We're heading off next. I was supposed to be going to Camber and doing Camber Sands and Rye and all around there, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to head to the next place, which hopefully we can get the drone up and have a look. Hope you're enjoying the little tour of Kent. I'm loving this bike, it's brilliant. Let's have a little chat. By the way, changed the angle for the Insta360, so it's going to move around a lot, but we'll see how it goes. I've never done this angle before. I wonder what that angle's like. What's it like? You like it? Sinnis Terrain, 125cc, single cylinder, 4-stroke engine. It's got 11.5 or 11.2 brake horsepower. Yes, 11. Any Scots in the audience will get that. The bike itself weighs 150 kilograms. The seat height, everyone asks us about seat height. Seat height is 800 millimeters. For those who aren't aware, I am 6'3", 20 stone. It's coping admirably, hauling my fat ass around the beautiful county of Kent. It is far from effortless for this poor old bike, but it's doing it. So far, I have covered 177.3 miles on 2/3 of a tank. Now that is not bad at all, considering it is a 10 litre tank, I think, 11 litre tank. You get a full set of luggage, top box and panniers, 40 litres in total, as standard for your 2,500 British pounds. Yes, Sinnis bikes are made in China. When everyone goes, oh, Chinese bike, it is made in exactly the same factory where your beautiful Suzukis and Harley Davidsons are also made. Yes, they are made in China too. Shh, they don't like to advertise that. Because this is 125 cc's, you can ride this on your CBT licence. Hence why it is all L plated up. Yes, you can ride a bike displaying L plates even though you have a full licence. I have checked. This bike is aimed at the learner market, or just those who don't want a massive, great big, huge bike. See what I mean? These brakes are good, man. They don't protest at all. We were canking on at 40 odd mile an hour there, and I hit the brakes quite hard. No problems at all. Didn't lock up, didn't protest, nothing. The gear changing, one thing I've noticed with this is when you are coming to a stop, say you're working your way from 5th or 4th or 3rd or something and you want to get into 1st, I've found it quite often it sort of stops, it gets stuck in 3rd or 2nd gear as you're pulling up to a standstill. And what you have to do is almost, you know, come to a stop, release the brakes, rock the bike forward, and then it'll stamp down into 2nd or 1st. It sounds a way bigger deal than it actually is, believe you me. So far today we have done 116 miles so far today, and I was very late onto the bike. I meant to be on the bike for about 8, half 8, and instead I think it was around about half 11, 12 o'clock before I left the house. So that is my own fault, but it's been really pleasant. I've enjoyed it. It's mostly B road and back lanes, some A roads, just to give you a little sample as to what it's like, and I feel fine on it. My arse isn't numb, my knees feel fine, the whole body feels good. Yeah, it's only 100 odd miles, but you know, it's been about 5-6 hours on the bike so far. Look at these little villages. Aren't they beautiful? Lovely. Ah, pants. That's the rain coming on. Bit dogging. There you go, see? You get different size of these clamps, different diameters, radiuses, that sort of stuff. I think this is the medium one. So there's the clamp, and then the clamp has a ball joint on the top. Then you have one of these extension mounts, which basically just attaches a ball joint to a ball joint, and then that ball joint, it's just got 3.5 mil. Sorry, not 3.5 mil. It's got your standard sort of tripod attachment at the end screw. And that screws into the end of the selfie stick. Bosh, job done. Put the selfie stick away. Little box of goods here. Bosh, bosh, bosh. That's why I love having a top box now. You've got a boot for your bike. Oh, it's got really dark and wet all of a sudden. If this is geared towards the adventure market, then this should have heated grips. Obviously you could buy aftermarket ones. I'm down to 1 bar of fuel, and I've done 190 miles, 189.6 miles. So I'd imagine that this will push on to 200 miles on a tank of fuel, carrying a rather overweight gentleman. So you'd probably get maybe 250, 300 miles for normal sized people. Not bad at all. Slight change of plan, folks. It is 20 past 5. It's actually started to get dark, so it's Time to go home. Back onto the twisties. Gotta watch if the sun's going down. Hang on a minute, is it actually that dark? Haha, no! What a div. Oh dear. So that'll do us, folks. Apologies we never got to Buell Water and a couple of other places that we're going to go to. So what do I think of that bike, the Sinnis Terrain? Honestly, folks, if you're on the market for a 125, that is a damn good option. It's comfortable, it handles really well. You can go 2 up on it, but I wouldn't take 2 of me. I said that before. But if you're a slighter build, then for sure, take 2 up, see how you get on. You can cover continents on one of them, no problem. As Paul and Holly proved, you can put in some serious miles and they will handle off-road. I've taken these things onto fast A roads. Again, yeah, I mean, I hit just over 60 miles an hour at one stage going downhill with a tailwind, but sort of B roads, country lanes, that sort of thing. And in the towns, that's where these sort of bikes belong. I certainly would not be putting one on the motorway. For what you get for $2.5 grand, you get a brand new bike, 125 cc's, 11.5 brake horsepower. It comes with the luggage, the 40 litre top box and panniers. It's got the racks and everything, they're all included. You can obviously put your own aftermarket luggage on if you wanted. Weather protection wise, in all honesty, what can I say about that? You don't really get up to any speeds where it was of any significance, to be honest. It's a horrible dreich day today. You're going to get wet no matter what. The screen is surprisingly good. For being a tiny little thing like that, the screen is actually really good. It didn't feel much wind buffeting at all around the helmet. Hey! As it's an adventure bike, I would like to see it with heated grips. That would be sort of icing on the cake really for me. Heated grips on something like that, because it's getting a bit nippy today, believe it or not, June in the UK, and it would be nice just to take the chill off. All in, what a cracking bike. Seriously, folks, if you're in the market for a 125, get yourself down to your local Sinnis dealership and take one out for a spin. A huge thank you to Sinnis UK for lending me the bike. I've had a great giggle this week on it. Folks, if you've enjoyed the videos, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Remember to ding dong the bell. Click the bell icon next to it. Basically, all that happens, every time a video gets uploaded to the channel, you get a little notification to tell you. That way you will never miss any of the fun. It's a huge help to me personally if you do check out videos once they've been published, because that's something the algorithm is looking at, and if people don't go and view them, then the algorithm thinks they're no good and it boots them to the side. If they are no good, give me a thumbs down. Leave in the comments, tell me what you think. If you are enjoying them, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Do you get the gist of the idea? Leave a comment, tell me what you think. To everybody over on Patreon, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all your support, folks. You really are helping me out massively. This is now my full-time job, and it's people like you that are helping to make this a reality. There are huge plans ahead for TeapotOne in the future. Some big travel coming up. Not entirely sure whether or not I'll be able to make that happen this year, but possibly next year. Keep watching that space. If you're enjoying the podcasts, make sure that you subscribe and follow them. And again, remember to leave a little 5-star rating and tell me what you think on the podcasts. Okay, folks, look after yourselves. Keep on keeping on. Get on out there. Do your thing. But most importantly, live your life. Ooh-ha! You thought I'd had you over about the new bike? Here it is. Boring, I know, but here she is, brand spanking new R1250 GS Rally HP, and it's beautiful. But what's the name? Patreon clans people, it's over to you.